Okay, we're videoing the adoptable kids today, just so you can see. This is Sammy. Sammy is a beautiful, long hair, black and tan. He is a sweet boy. He is house trained and kennel trained. He is non-evasive. He gets along great with other dogs, but he does have some fear issues with other dogs and with strangers. He's getting a lot better. Getting a lot better. But he's adorable. If you're interested, then please put an application in for any of these kids we present. We will not share a ton of information without an application. We get hundreds of inquiries, and after spending hours answering all the questions, we get very few applications, if any at all. Anyway, Sammy is about 10 years old. He is a senior, but he is not senior when it comes to activity. He loves to play, especially with his human. And the next kid we're going to show you is his best friend. His name is Harry. Harry is over there enjoying the natural lettuce we have in the yard. Harry is a dachshund mix, and he's about 7 years old. He has been adopted a couple times. The first time was the longest time he was adopted, and that's when he went, "Aren't you photobombing Harry, Mitzi?" Anyway, Harry is a sweet dog. He loves everything and everybody. He loves animals of all sorts. I don't know about cats, however, but I don't think he'd mess with them much. He is very playful, and he was Sammy's go-to guy. He's actually helped Sammy come out of his fear base, being his buddy. And then he and Sammy, their person passed away, or went into hospice. Actually, I don't know that he passed away. I'm afraid to ask because it'll break my heart. A very good person. Anyway, Sammy loves to run and play. He has to be groomed regularly, and he is not fully house trained. He does tend to mark, especially if you've already had a pup in there that is marked. They can smell that stuff. However, you can put a belly band on him to prevent that. He does really well with a belly band. Just got to remember to take it off when he goes outside. And other than that, he's perfect in every way. Aren't you, Harry? You perfect in every way, aren't you, buddy? And since Miss Mitzi wants to be on camera, Miss Mitzi was one of our stem cell kids. Went down before she went completely down. She went down to Safari, and she had stem cell surgery, and has never gone down. She's actually doing great. They inject the cells not only in the area of damage, but all around the area, the discs that are close to that area, because typically it's not just a one disc thing. Everything around that area gets affected. Whether it's just bruised or herniated, that space gets taken up, and it affects things. But Mitzi is going to be 6 years old, and she is flat adorable. She loves everybody and everything. Mitzi, however, is kennel trained to be okay in a kennel, but she will potty in her kennel. It's best to get her on a schedule, to get her outside, so that it doesn't become a problem, unless you're willing to put pee pads in there and be willing to take that out when it's dirtied. And she'd be fine. Come back here, you. Mitzi! Come here! She is adorable. She loves to play. She's a little bossy, but that doesn't matter, because she's a love. She is an absolute love. I like my alpha kids, and she's one of them. And like I said, if you are interested in adopting these kids as we go through them, let me know. Applications are required. Otherwise, please don't send me a bunch of questions, because I don't have time to go through all the questions just to find out you found a puppy, or you don't want to deal with the issues that they have. Most of the kids are not perfect here. They all have some issue, whether it's behavioral or physical. Oh, here's Derby and Casey. Hello, Casey. I've had quite a few people interested in Casey. Casey is house trained for the most part. However, she does not have full bladder or bowel control, and she is a wobble walker. She does skip and bounce and run, but she does not stay up on her feet all the time. She is a special needs baby. She's going to also be 6 years old. And she's a sweetheart, aren't you, baby? Yes, you are. You're a good girl. But she loves anybody that loves on her. She loves the attention. Not aggressive, just the happiest little girl. She came in down, and now she's a wobble walker. But she does tend to drop and drag it when she's in soft areas. But she doesn't get her tootsies scraped up because she gets up and walks around. So she didn't recover everything with all that she's gone through with therapies and such, but she's a perfect little girl if you're willing to work with her little extra care. She does great in a kennel, does even better when she's not. Diapers, she doesn't have an issue with diapers or scoot bags, but it's better for just diapers and not scoot bags because we don't want to encourage her not to use those legs, and she's doing really, really well. Let's see, who else we got here? Derby is flat adorable. He came from a family that didn't want to deal with his issues, as most of them were not resolved with the surgery. You can see the scar on his back. However, Derby, being 8 years old, is rather unique. He's an awesome little dog. He's a chocolate dachshund. He can walk. He does not, however, he is house trained for the most part, and he knows when he has to go potty. He does not do so in his kennel unless he's in there for too long. He will come outside and go potty. However, from the point of getting where he is when he has to potty to the point of he will urinate. He does not have control over when to start and stop it. When he has to go, he's got to go. He is also very good with doggy diapers, and he loves to play. His favorite thing in the whole world is fetch. He is the only dachshund I have that will dive into the swimming pool to play fetch, and he swims very, very well. Derby did not regain all of his sensations, of course, to include being able to feel most of his back legs so they can get caught in the kennel. He does really good walking, but he is a spinal walker, which means he doesn't have all those sensations back. His only issue, like I said, and he's 9 years old, is that he cannot hold his potty to get where he's got to go. But he's working it. Check it out, man. He knows. Can't quite get those legs up in the air, but he's just like any other buddies. And then we have the magical Mr. Scooby. Scooby is amazing. Scooby is only 5 years old, and Scooby is a naughty dog. He's only naughty because he does not do well with large dogs. He prefers his own kind. He likes to be bossy. He loves to run. Hello, baby. He is, for the most part, house trained. However, similar to Derby, he tends to go when he's got to go. He has had multiple surgeries down at the safari. He's had stem cells. The only thing he did not recover fully was his ability to control his potty. But if you take him out on a schedule, he does just fine. But if you wait too long and he's got to go, he'll hold it as long as he can. If you wait too long, he will go in your hand. He will go on the floor, mostly on the floor because he's quite capable of running and walking. He's capable of climbing. He does everything all the other dachshunds do. His family didn't want to take him back because they have a baby and didn't want to put belly bands on him, apparently. Which is not a bad thing. A lot of people, that's the number one reason most dogs get surrendered anyway. But Scooby is adorable. He loves everybody, kids, people, except for big dogs. And then we have Mr. Webster. I always get him and Watson mixed up, name only, because trust me, they're not the same. Webster is house trained. Webster's a little red boy in there, and he's also 5. And Webster is flat adorable. He is quick to learn, as most of them are, how to use a doggy door. and he is house trained. He has an accident now and then, but that's understandable. He went down to safari at the same time Miss Mitzi did. You got dirt on you. Oh, I got you. Back, you savages. He loves Mr. Steve. He also loves Miss Carla. Come here, baby. Come say hi. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Webster. And Webster's adorable. Yes, you're all adorable. And, and a happy camper. Just like Webster, he and Mitzi are just peas in a pod, but trust me, they're very different. Webster is not aggressive in any way, shape, or form. He'd rather play. He loves to be outside. He loves to run around with the other hooligans. And he's available. He's beautiful. You just haven't lived till you have one of these beautiful babies in your house. But no, without any doubt in your mind that every dog that comes to Husker's Hope has some sort of an issue. So if you're looking for perfection, I can certainly recommend someone that has puppies, and I can recommend some rescues that have perfect dogs, or dogs that can walk, have no issues with bladders and bowels. What you doing, Missy? You're such a good girl. But if you're looking to adopt a perfect dog, it doesn't exist. All of them have issues unless you're willing to work with them. If you're willing to train them, even when they're puppies, they have issues. They're born with these issues, and if you want them to be in your human environment, you need to teach them the rules. They're very eager to learn, very eager to please. Anywho, once again, we got Sammy. Sam. Hey, Sammy. You're a pretty boy. You're a pretty boy. Yeah. And Harry, Scooby, Casey, Mitzi. Oh, that pretty girl, Mitzi. Where'd Webster go? Oh, there's Derby. And Webster, bringing up the rear. Webster, baby. So they're getting their time outside before the festivities start. Kind of hoping it rains, so that they don't have to deal with it. But these kids love to be outside, so they get to go outside quite a bit. In nice days, I don't put them out. The only one that'll go outside when it's ice cold and snowy, the only ones I should say, are Sammy and Harry. Derby will, actually all of these kids will go outside, but they don't, they'll, you know, 2 steps or run around the yard, do their business and come in. That's about it. So here you go. There you have it.